Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Today we are playing an oldie but a goodie called Summoner. I don't know a whole lot about this game, but I do know that it came out in 2001, and I played it in my childhood. I found it on Steam for pretty cheap. I think it was on sale. But let's see if it's just as good as I remember it.
I am Joseph of Suran, Joseph of Masad, farmer, cotter, plowman, Sahugani, summoner. 9 years ago I destroyed the village of Suran with a power I could neither control nor understand. A power passed down through generations for thousands upon thousands of years. A power I never asked for and never wanted. 9 years ago, raiders attacked Suran. To save my village, I unleashed the demon, and the demon massacred all in its path. The raiders, my friends, my family. The survivors blamed me, and who else were they to blame? I wore the ring. I called forth the demon. And so I left the ruins of Suran in exile and outcast. But I was not alone. My companion was a vagabond named Yago, an old beggar who had come to Suran the year before looking for the child born with the mark of the summoner. Looking for me. Yago said he'd teach me how to use my gift, how to use the ring that only those born with the mark could use. And now we were both vagabonds, hated and feared. We came to the village of Masad, and I threw the ring down a well. I told Yago to go away and never trouble me again with talk of prophecies and destinies. I was finished with my power. I swore on the graves of all who perished in Suran that I would never summon again. But the one thing I tried to escape was the one thing that came looking for me. And that is where my story begins.
Well, it certainly looks the way it did when I was younger. I like the cinematics, but I wish it was more of like that 90s computer style, like Fallout 1 and 2, where it had that weird CGI animation. That was great.
The fall of Ikemos, and 12,000 years after the third Arenagen and the death of Urath, god of the Sudani.
I beat this game once when I was younger, and it was not easy, especially the end. I ain't gonna spoil anything, but there's a serious learning curve.
Emperor of Orenia, a realm far to the north across the sea, invaded the shores of the kingdom of Mediva. Led by the infamous Four Riders, Murad's soldiers laid waste to the villages along the Dahu River. One night, they came to Masad. The soldiers were looking for a boy with a mark on his hand. The mark of the summoner.
That's about how I remember it. Basic controls. Welcome to Summoner. This tutorial explains the different ways to move your character and how to control the camera. You can continue with this tutorial by left-clicking. You can quit a tutorial by pressing Escape at any time. Click left to continue. There are two ways to move in the world of Summoner. You can click on a point in the world and Joseph will automatically move towards that point. A blue circle will appear indicating where Joseph is going. The second mode of travel is called direct travel, and you can click excuse me. You can click and hold down the left mouse button and Joseph will move in the direction of the pointer's current location. By moving the pointer around the screen, you can make Joseph change directions without stopping. Camera control. By moving your mouse pointer to the right and left extremes of the screen, you can rotate the camera around Joseph. The left and right arrows on your keyboard can also control the camera's rotation. You can also zoom in and out by using the up and down arrow keys, or if you have a mouse wheel, pushing up and down will also zoom the camera in and out. Okay. Ready? I remember there was like lots of little secrets hidden around, like the jars and stuff. And I should also point out that I played the original. I can't say the original Summoner. I originally played Summoner on the PS2. So playing this on PC is disorienting. Mulik. We worked in the fields planting wheat and rye. The day's shadows grew long. Over in Nado's hill, I saw them ride, 4 horsemen with an army of butchers close behind. Horsemen? Half men, half beasts. Villains from a bard's song. They carved poor Rog in half and attacked us with arrows of flame. We who survived are too scared to stay and too scared to run. Farewell. What a conversation. Oh, I remember this part. Tassu, no. Please don't. Reverse Seppuku. Basic combat tutorial. One of the Iranians has killed a villager. He'll attack you next, and you'll have to defend yourself. Here are the basics of how combat works. You can attack an enemy by highlighting him with your mouse and left-clicking on the target. The red bar that appears over the enemy's head is the target's current hit points, HP. The red bar next to Joseph's portrait, down there I assume. Where was I? I just completely lost. No. Represents his HP. If a character's HP level reaches 0, the character is dead. Once a target has been selected, Joseph will attack and defend against the enemy on his own. It is not necessary to target the enemy again. If the enemy attacks Joseph and you... Jesus, voice crack. And you do not respond, Joseph will automatically draw his weapon and defend himself. During combat, numbers will appear over the participants' heads. Numbers in white represent damage to enemies. Numbers in yellow represent damage to Joseph and his allies. Numbers in blue represent percentage modifiers to that character's attack. You get a bonus for attacking your creature from above or behind. There's a penalty associated from attacking from below. The game will now unpause and the Iranian scout will now attack Joseph. Ow. Die, heathen. That was something so interesting about the combat in this game. If you just kept the meter going, you could... like damn rats. You could just completely kill people without them even being able to properly retaliate. It was great. Joseph may have been injured in battle, however, he could be healed either by casting a spell or using potions from your inventory. To use a spell, you can left-click on the spell button on the bottom of the screen or press the C key for cast spell. Really. To use items from your party's inventory, left-click on the inventory on the bottom of the screen or press the I key. Alright, so... target. Little weird, but I guess it's more ergonomic than the PlayStation. Warren Katana? Take. Oh. Right-click is how you get this screen up. Info. Item short sword. Description. Value 100 GP. Damage 35. Speed 1. Skill requirement sword. This weapon causes small amounts of damage to foes. Don't worry about me reading every description out loud. I can normally speed read. I just need to see these three anyway. More katana, weaker and slower than my sword. So I think I'll just keep that where it is. While I'm here. I can't remember if this is how it originally looked like in the PlayStation, but I mean, I can make sense of it. Caps, Shift, Control, and Alt. For added blow, desperation, confusion, and push. I never liked to push back in the day. It was so disorienting chaining it. I'm gonna put my weapon away. Leave combat. And talk to the dead-ass guy crawling on the ground. Hey, bud. ASIC. I lived a fool, and now I'll die a fool. And you're still crawling away from me. Stop, I'm trying to help you. An old martyr's dream made me fight. I beg of you, bring the sword of my nephew Eris. I would if you'd stop crawling away! Your nephew Eris. My grandfather's grandfather made this sword and died long ago on Nado's hill. He was Falcon Eye Standard Bearer, and the greatest warrior in our village. The blade is ancient, but I've cared for it well. Look how it gleams in the sun. I think this is a glitch. I've never seen him crawl under the ground. We must flee to Linnell. Oh, and he's dead. Linnell, never. The blood of my ancestors sanctified the soil. I will die here and live forever. Yeah. Does that count as an off-screen death? I will die here and live forever, but the dead have no use for swords. Give this blade to my nephew. He lives in Linnell. Do you see the serpent coiled around the hilt? Gained item, Azek's sword. Press journal update. Farewell. What a shame. What a shame. I mean, he could have crawled his way to Linnell if I had kept that menu open, probably. I see someone I don't like up there. I remember there was a lot of enemies scattered around this map, but I can't remember where they were. There's a barn over there with a horse and a girl. I'm going to check that out next, because I definitely remember that. Ah, rats. Desperation. Cats. Ah, rats. It'd probably help if I got behind him, wouldn't it? There we go. Now I have the upper hand. Yeah, that 25% means something. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's good for me. Yes. Die, trash. X button does something. It's clicking whenever I push it. Hey, lady. Where are you? Shh. Madra. The Rennies are about. I hear the rattle of their swords. They'll kill you all one by one, but they'll not find my hiding place. Hiding place? Yes, and it's mine. I was here first, lad, so go away. You can't hide here, too. There's room enough for one and one alone. You'll get us both killed. Where should I go, then? Linnell. Go to Linnell behind the walls of the king's city, and you'll find sanctuary. There, the knights and lords of Mediva will protect you. How do I get to Linnell? That's your problem, lad, not mine. But here, take this vial with you. A swig of this tonic will heal your wounds. Let the Rennies get a piece of you. Gained item, health tonic. It always bothered me that these horses were here. I wished I could ride them. They're fully rendered characters, it looks like. They look like they had some use. Maybe it's cut content, but it always infuriated me. There's a well around here somewhere, and I remember there was money in it. But first, I'm going to kill you, because I know you got money in you. Get over here. Probably going to stick to Added Blow and Desperation, because the other ones don't really matter to me. Added Blow just does extra damage, and Desperation does damage based on the amount of damage I've taken. But anyway, about that well, I remember there being... Oh, health drop. So yeah, X is just like a scanning button. Pretty much how it was on the PlayStation, now that I recall. Die, trash. Probably won't talk as much during fights because I need to concentrate, so enjoy this while the learning curve is easy. Yep, here's the well. Found 5 gold. Nice. Nothing. Alright. I think there was 2 guys over here, maybe? One of them. I remember there was 2 guys guarding the way in and out of this place. Just can't remember where. It's been 15 years since I last played this game. And another thing, I'll probably talk less as my Let's Plays go on. I'm just gushing at the nostalgia right now. It'll go away. And I love how you can get a couple free hits as they're drawing their sword out. You can be a real scumbag.
I grow powerful.
Oh, do you? Good enough. 2 skill points. I'll put it in sword weapons and dodge. Because dodge allows me to passively dodge attacks from all sides. It's a very useful skill to have early on. Especially when you get overwhelmed with several enemies and it's just you. But sometimes you'll have more people in your party, but most of the time it ended up just being you. So it was a real killer. Oh, nuts. Almost killed him in 2 hits. That was just sad. Oh, this is going to be sad because he's on a hill. I'm going to have a combat advantage and he is not going to have a good time. Get wrecked, nerd. Also, since I have played this game before, I'll try to keep as many spoilers as I can away from you guys. Which shouldn't be a whole lot, because I remember only very vague bits and pieces about this game here and there. Oh, hello. What if I do? Can't pick it up. Blue pants. Weird. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever picked that up in my life. Hello. Cog. Who names a kid Cog? Nah. Joseph, you must leave Masad at once. The soldiers are looking for you. They guard the King's Highway, so the river is your only hope. The miller has a boat. Cross the bridge to the mill, but watch out for Rennies. You know, back in the day, I remember used to call this village Mad Sad instead of Masad. I was dumb. River. Sail up the Dorhu to Lanel, where the King of Mediba holds court. You'll be safe within its walls, and doesn't your friend Yago live there? Yago? The vagabond who came to Masad with you all those years ago. He said if you ever needed his help, find him in Lanel. You're in terrible danger. Joseph, but how will that beggar save you? Quest journal update. Soldiers? These aren't raiders or brigands. Look at their armor, look at their swords. These are Orenian soldiers, Joseph. Minions of the Emperor. They're burning down the village. Orenia. Orenia lies far to the north beyond the deep waters of the Kadim. I've only heard the stories of traders and troubadours. They say Rennies are savages and blood drinkers ruled by the sorcerer Murad. Why are they looking for me? Lahara, take me if I know. They're looking for a peasant with a mark on his hand, just like the mark you've got. What would they want with you? Rennies. Aye, I saw one big as a cottage down by the mill. His hammer will take your head off, lad. Farewell. Go to Lanel, Joseph, and find Yago. If the Rennies are after you, perhaps he knows why. I remember you, big boy. It wasn't hard growing up, but let's see if that's changed. I loved the music in this game growing up. Die, heathen. Now. Oh, uh-oh. Thank God I put points in that dodge skill. Get bent, nerd. Recovery tonic. Don't mind if I do.
Having eluded the Orenians, Joseph sailed to Lanel, where he hoped to find the old beggar named Yago. In the tongue of the ancient Runari, Lanel means City of Gods. for upon this site the towers of Iliosi stood. Now Lenel was capital of Mediva, seat of King Bellius VI, descendant of the victors of the Medivan conquest.
Yeah, this game is what got me into RPG-type games, and this for sure was not there. I had to explore this damn map all by myself without any of these markers. I'd wander for hours trying to find the right place. Enter Lenel outskirts. Yes, I will. Ooh, Jesus, look at that skybox in the background. My goodness, this takes me back. Oh my goodness gracious. Render distance so low that you could see the walls of the city clipped through the skybox. Little rats running around. I'm pretty sure you can talk to just about everyone. Wool merchant. Lahara, take these lords. Every bridge and port demands its share. They bleed us dry with their tolls, and now I have to pay again. And this brings me way back. Every little character had a little bits of lore you can get out of them. Everyone had a little nugget of information to share. The game was so good for being an early 2000s game. It really was. A lot of stuff was interactable that you wouldn't expect to be. Like right then and there. I used to always go near these boxes and just spam X looking for junk. A little harder now because I'm not as accurate with a mouse. But if I was able to record my screen with a PS2 back in the day, my goodness. I remember one of these fish having a sword in them that cast a fireball effect that sucked. Yeah, because the fireball effect would attack everyone in the vicinity, including friends. Hello. Oh, there it is. Just need to get to it. No! Water carrier. Stay away from the sewer cleaners. Those drunkards dump their filth where we draw our water. We're the lifeblood of Lenel farmer and all the city king. All the city sings our praises. Oh, that's fine and dandy. I want the fish. I know I can loot you. You're glowing. I will not rest until that fish is in my hands. I'm not mistaken, am I? Hold on a second. Who are you? Crazy Ivan. Oh, I remember you. I don't think I ever completed his quest, if he had one. Arg, Burfle, Derple, there, Steedum, Redobido. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Isn't Burbat, Jokti, Rivimi, Oxcart? Did you repeat that? Lolo and Rima treasure, Tlortle, Hinui, Fadi, drinkable. Are you speaking some other language? Pafa, Quidig, the Heboy, Chudidu. I think one of us is crazy. Big Delicious. I'm hoping it's you. Bert, Bird, and Ulutu. It's been nice talking with you. Mishkish Fish. I used to love that guy. I believe you had something to say, too. Don't bother talking to Bazine. Don't bother talking to Crazy Ivan. No one ever understands him. I just had the oddest talk. Ivan's been that way ever since he wandered into the woods drunk one night. Hello. Who are you? Belon. Greetings, adventurer. Are you interested in a task for which you'll be well rewarded? Perhaps. Tell me more. I have a bag of magical seeds that must be taken to the stronghold of the Kosani. Magical seeds? The seeds of R, they are called. They will sprout anywhere, even on solid rock. What do I have to do? Take this bag to the one they call Ilar. You will find him in the stronghold of Sanavara. Sanavara? He will reward you. What is the reward? Ilara will pay 2,000 gold for the safe delivery of the seeds. Will you do this? Yes. I am much obliged. Here are the seeds. Ilara is well known, so you'll have no problem finding him. Gained items, seed of movement. Quest journal updated. Fish? There we go. Fiery Falchion. Falchion. I knew that fish had it. and I remembered that it was tied with Crazy Ivan over here. Can't remember how long it took me to figure that out, but yeah, talking to him is somehow tied to that fish. There's some merchants here. I don't think they're open. No? Maybe. Hello. That's not how you walk around. Okay. The Great Ragnelli. Ragnell? Greetings, adventurer. I have a task for a brave warrior such as yourself. What is the task? There has been some trouble with a band of robbers in the grasslands near Linnell. What about the robbers? Evildoers who waylay my caravans, leeching off my profits. They're a scourge on all law-abiding folk. Why your caravans? Mine are the richest in all Linnell, laden with exotic spices from the Galadians. These thefts must end. What do you want me to do? Find and vanquish these villains. Bring me the bow of Zane, their leader, and I will reward you richly. What's so special about the bow? It is a weapon of no particular value, except as proof that you have defeated the robbers. Quest journal update. Interesting. How do I go? And you're a merchant because you have a sign. I remember now. Welcome to Linnell, traveler. Have you come to trade? Yes. Buckler. Bow. Heavy arms. Oh, gems. I remember collecting these. They were worth so much. And I was so happy when I found them flying around. Let's see if I can sell anything. Not really. Not this early, anyway. Oh, this has been fun, but I think I will end this episode right here. Because I want to get all this nostalgia out of my system so I can bring you guys all proper entertainment. Also, I feel like this is a good stopping spot anyway, because we have made it to, in my opinion, the best city in the game. And I'd say that's enough of an achievement for a pause, so thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me what you think of the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.